All right, so this is my second video, and we'll call it day two, even though it's actually not day two. It's been a few days since I made my first video, but some things came up. I was actually had to go out of town for a while, and so in any case, I'm going to start in earnest today. I have done some things though in the last few days. I did go get my blood work done, and I am getting those measures back, and I'll be tracking my those as part of my health measures, and they'll even a couple, some of those tests will relate directly to my goals. So that's good that I did that. And so as I think I explained before, I'm really going to try to step into this step by step, try to build healthy habits, healthy practices. And so each week, or maybe every other week, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to add another healthy practice or healthy habit. So for starts, this week, I'm actually going to do two pretty simple ones. The first one is just to not eat after 7:30 p.m. And I've done this in the past, and I think it really is helpful to health when you do that. For one thing, at least for me, when I eat late, I tend to eat unhealthy, going to the refrigerator and giving into cravings, just before bed. And the other thing is I think it helps your body sleep better, and maybe not just sleep better, but just cleanse itself better, rather than your blood digesting your food. Your blood can, your body can cleanse itself, and I think there's benefits to just being more, mentally awake and being refreshed doing that. So those are the two things. I am going to take a break on the weekends. So Friday and Saturday nights, I'm not going to worry about eating late so much, just because there's a lot of times social things going on those nights. But that's what I plan to do. And then the second habit is just to do some type of exercise every day. And so as you can tell right now, I'm just going for a walk. I am quite a bit out of shape. So this is a good starting point. I am walking up and down a couple pretty big hills. So it's a pretty good little workout for starts. And the other thing, just to mention, one thing I'm a little bit worried about is I am having some knee issues, and I think it's related to a surgery I had years ago on my knee, the meniscus tear, and I might be getting a little bit of arthritis in there. So, I'm not sure what the best way to correct that is, but I have been, reading and looking up, different exercises to build up rehabilitated knee. I've been watching some videos from the knees over toes guy. And so I'm not going to set any strict schedule right now. I'm just going to focus on just doing something every day, but I am going to try to start doing some things for my knee, just to rehabilitate it. So one of those things is walking backwards. So probably for part of this walk, maybe especially when I'm going up the hills, I'll do some backwards walking. And so with that, for the rest of you, I'm going to share the goals that I have written for myself. All right, so here they are, my goals. And admittedly, these are very ambitious goals, but really that's part of the point. Trying to reach the top 1% in health. So really, it's really a test of what is really possible if you just really take your health seriously. So we're really going to find out. I guess I'm going to find out if what one of these goals are even realistic. And so I'm just going to read through them, and in subsequent videos, I'll talk about the goals a little bit more in detail, where I'm at, where I need to go. But right now, I'm just going to read through them fairly fast. So ideal weight is the first one. That's 185 pounds per the BMI chart. That's what that would be for me. Go back to my high school kind of clothes size. I got a long ways to go. Blood pressure in the ideal range. High cholesterol measures in the ideal range. Hemoglobin A1C and fasting insulin. That's kind of your diabetes markers. I want those to be ideal range. HSCRP is kind of an inflammation marker. Healthy testosterone levels, and the VO2 max. There's a lot of correlations between health and longevity and what your VO2 max is. Be able to do 20 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, 1 mile run with under 6 minutes. Now, a lot of these, basically, I looked up and tried the best I can to kind of see what it would need to be in the top 1%. So that's where I set this. the bolt score 40, you're probably not sure what the bolts, probably never heard of a bolt score, but I'll talk about that in the video. And then the next few are flexibility, around flexibility. And I'm not a very flexible person. In fact, these ones may take the longest to get to. But wrist to toe when leaning over. Flexibility, be able to reach my hands behind my back. Mountain bike, there's a mountain bike ride I do here that I've done in the past. I haven't done much recently. That takes me an hour and a half, 40 minutes or so. So I'd like to get that down to under 60 minutes. Help my hike Mount Whitney, bike from North California to Southern California. And then, I've always kind of been enamored with the Olympic lifts. There's just something about, I think they're just very athletic people, take speed and strength. And so to do a full snatch and weight. Now, immediately I can't even do that right now. So a lot of that is actually a flexibility goal as much as strength goal. So then deadlift 2.5 times my body weight. And then, the ultimate goal, as I see, is to be able to pole vault 11 feet. And so, I used to be a pole vaulter back in high school, but it's been a long time. And someone for my age, it's not common for people to be able to do the pole vault. But I see someone who's able to do that as just being very fit and healthy. So anyway, again, very ambitious. This isn't a 1 year kind of thing. This might be 2 or 3 year, maybe even longer to reach these goals. And really, we'll see what's even possible, to achieve. I do have knee issues. I don't know if I'm going to be able to overcome some of those or not, but I'm going to aim high, and we'll see where this journey takes me. All right. Thank you. All right. Well, I at the hill here, and I'm walking backwards. So I have to admit, it feels a little bit awkward walking down the street, going backward, and maybe I'm even a little bit self-conscious when people drive by. I've sometimes been turning around and walking forward. I guess maybe not to look so odd walking backwards, but hey, it feels good, and I can see how it could be a good exercise to strengthen the muscles around the knee, working muscles around the knee from different angles to build strength. So anyway, it's been a great walk so far.